Good evening, and welcome to this meeting of the Murfreesboro City School Board for March 10th, 2026. I want to welcome this great crowd that we have here with us tonight for our meeting, and welcome all of you who are watching us from elsewhere. We're going to start our meeting tonight with the Pledge of Allegiance, and we have two very special guests here to lead us in that pledge. We have two students from Cason Lane Academy. We have Lorelei Blaine, who's a third grader, and Lillian Blaine, who's in kindergarten. And Lorelei is going to lead us in the pledge using American Sign Language. So we have an extra special treat tonight. So I'll ask that you all stand while they lead us in the pledge, and then we'll remain standing for a moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you so much for leading us in our pledge. We appreciate it.
That was incredible.
All right, board members, you have seen a copy of the agenda for tonight's meeting. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda as printed?
So moved, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Richardson. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Long. All those in favor of approving the agenda, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The agenda is approved. Communications, Ms. Lisa Trail.
Good evening.
Evening.
Well, last week was pretty special, especially Friday. We had tons of our community members, our staff members, our parents in our schools reading for Read Across America. It was just a lot of our schools did it all week long. Most of them did it only on Friday, but regardless of whether you read on a Wednesday or a Friday, we appreciate you. It was so fabulous. The walls of City Hall, I know that y'all always appreciate the artwork out there. It'll be changed out soon. The MCS Art Show will be, all of the artwork will be put up on April 8th, and the reception will be April 28th. So I'm looking forward to seeing the amazing artwork. And I have to say, our art teachers have really been displaying art across our city this year, and I appreciate all the work they've done. We've been at the airport, we've been at MTSU, we've been at Patterson Park, Frist, so it's kind of nice for it to come back home and see this great art show. Congratulations to our robotics teams that competed at the state level in February. Teams from Salem, Reeves Rogers, and Irma Siegel represented MCS at the state level. Remember that Matilda Junior begins this week at Patterson Park. The students at Bradley are ready to show you their skills tonight and at Matilda. A gifted graduation will be held on Saturday, March 14th at the MCS Central Office. I believe graduation time is 10 o'clock. The program starts at 9 o'clock. It's also Music in Our Schools Month, and our students will be performing across the district. You're specifically invited to two occasions: the MCS Choir Festival on Saturday, March 21st at 2 p.m. in the Overall Creek Gymnasium, and the Honor Band on Monday, March 23rd at Hobgood. The City Schools Foundation Excellence in Education event is Friday, March 20th at Macavilla, so it is a new location for us this year. The foundation really wishes to thank all of our sponsors, all of the people who are coming. It's going to be a great event. We cannot wait for it. Thank you to the Murfreesboro Police Department and River Oaks Church for their donation of over 3,000 packages of mac and cheese for our Family Resource Center. It's a lot of mac and cheese, but I promise you, it will not go to waste. We were so thrilled. It was, thank you to the police department for that. And then Ascend and Salvation Army also gave us a huge donation of food and hygiene products for our Family Resource Center. So right now we're looking good in our Family Resource Center, and we will continue to get that out to those who need it. And finally, just a quick reminder, pre-K registration closes this week, Friday, March 13th. Zone waivers close on March 27th. Families currently on zone waivers or new families wanting to request a zone waiver must have their forms turned in by March 27th. That was a lot, but that's all of my communications.
Good stuff. Thank you, Ms. Trail.
Thank you.
All right, next on the agenda, we have much more good stuff. We have a performance by the Bradley Choir under the leadership of Abigail Miller.
That's right. Tonight we are excited, as Miss Terrell said, March is Music in the Schools Month. So there's truly no better way to celebrate than with one of our amazing choirs. So with that, I'm happy to introduce the Bradley Choir under the direction of Miss Miller.
Can you sing?
We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome today. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. We shall all be brave. We shall all be brave. We shall all be brave today. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall all be brave today. We shall work together. We shall work together. We shall work together today. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall work together today. We are all family. We are all family. We are all family today. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall all family today. Now is the time to seize the day. Stare down the odds and seize the day. Minute by minute, that's how you win it. We will find a way. But let us seize the day. Now is the time to seize the day. Now is the time to seize the day. Answer the call and don't delay. Answer the call and don't delay. Wrongs will be righted if we're united. Let us seize the day. Now let me hear it loud and clear. Now let me hear it loud and clear. Like an army drawing near. Like an army drawing near. Proud and defiant, we'll slay the giants. Judgment Day is here. Austin to Harlem. Look what's begun. One for all and all for one. Strike, 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 strike.
That was outstanding. Thank you so much, Bradley Choir. These were great songs. Really enjoyed that. And I also want to thank all your families for bringing you here tonight. That takes a commitment to participate in this from the whole family, not just the student.
Ms. Moore, can I
Yes.
say something?
Yes, Miss Dodd.
I was just going to say, can y'all hear me? Yeah. Okay, enough. That was a great performance, but also I was watching the parents. Everybody was smiling. That's the best part.
Yeah.
Isn't that great? I was thinking, that makes me smile more than anything. See the parents, they're just filming and big smiles on their face. So I really enjoyed that part.
And I can say, all of our families, you can go onto the city's Facebook page, see the performance there, share it on the Facebook page with everybody. So.
Yep.
Love it.
I also want to thank Ms. Miller. She has really taken the Music Sharing Month to heart because she invited us to come for a music sharing day at Bradley. And I know Ms. Price and I went Friday to Music Sharing Day with the 5th grade, and we got to dust off our old recorder skills. She let us play.
Oh, my.
Yes, so we got to play with the 5th graders.
Very intimidating.
Yeah, but so we had a great time. So, so we appreciate Ms. Miller sharing all the music with us. All right. Next on our agenda, still more good stuff. We have the best of MCS. Leanne's story with Dr. Duke.
Well, good evening, board. Tonight it's my privilege to recognize and honor another outstanding member of the Murfreesboro City Schools team as our Best of MCS honoree, and I am honored to invite one of our school nurses, Miss Leanne Story, to join me at the podium. Leanne has served Murfreesboro City Schools for nearly 10 years. She began her journey with us as a substitute nurse, traveling across the entire district and supporting schools wherever she was needed. She quickly fell in love with the work and the people of MCS, and in the following year accepted a full-time position at Black Fox Elementary, where she faithfully served our students and staff ever since. Our nursing supervisor, Miss Brandy Garland, nominated her and described her as an exemplary professional who excels in every aspect of her role. She shared that Leanne is punctual, efficient, brings a deep sense of compassion and dedication to her work each and every day. She understands the vital role a school nurse plays in ensuring the health and well-being of our students and approaches that responsibility with a calm, reassuring presence. Brandy also emphasized that Leanne recognizes the incredible trust that families place in us when they send their children to school each day. She takes that responsibility to heart, working tirelessly to provide the very best care for every child who walks through her clinic door. Leanne is known as an exceptional team player, always willing to lend a hand to colleagues, support fellow nurses, and step in wherever she is needed. Staff members across the school consistently share their appreciation for her kindness, her professionalism, and the steady support she provides the entire Black Fox community. Her principal, Ms. Strevel, told me that Nurse Story goes above and beyond for the entire Black Fox community. She cares deeply for our students, providing excellent nursing care along with encouragement, snacks, clothing, and anything else they may need, oftentimes from her own pocket. She supports our staff and families with that same kindness and dedication. Her love for all the Chiefs is incredible, and she makes Black Fox a better place every single day. When Leanne shared her story with me, she said that Black Fox is truly a special place and that she is thankful every day to work with such wonderful students and staff. And I will have to say, board members, I think we think about school nurses and what they do, and I think even in my years of education, what we ask our school nurses to do today is, I can promise you, so much more than we were asking them to do 10 and 15 years ago. And they come in and do it every day, truly not just taking care of kids, but they are an essential part of providing a pathway for every child to have access to education because they're willing to do that work. So Leanne, she embodies the heart of Murfreesboro City Schools through her compassion, her professionalism, her care, and she helps ensure that every student is known, safe, challenged, and empowered. So Leanne, on behalf of Black Fox and Murfreesboro City Schools and our board, it is my great honor to recognize you as our best of MCS for the months from March. With that, I'm going to get a quick picture.
And congratulations, Ms. Story. Next on our agenda is another Dr. Duke matter. I'll let you get your seat. Spotlight on education, gifted education.
That's right. I am so pleased tonight to ask one of our gifted specialists to come up. This is Dr. Amy Jackson, and she is going to be presenting to us on the gifted program we have.
Good evening. On behalf of the greatest team in the history of education, Caitlin Campbell, Amanda McBrayer, and Dr. Gabriel Howell, we are excited to share our favorite topic with you, Gifted Academy. This Saturday, we will celebrate 27 Murfreesboro City School educators who have completed 80.5 coursework and fieldwork hours to earn their employment standard for teaching gifted students in the general education setting. The 2025-2026 cohort represents the 13th year of Gifted Academy in Murfreesboro City Schools. I tell people all the time that I would put our gifted program and the services we provide to our students against any program in the state. And it's not just because of our incredible team and the amazing kiddos we serve. In many school districts, gifted programs operate in silos, separate from instructional departments and general education classrooms. But in Murfreesboro City Schools, we believe something different. Gifted students are not gifted just for the 1 hour each week they come to service time. They bring their social, emotional, and cognitive needs to every minute of every school day. And Gifted Academy reflects our system's approach to meeting those needs. By investing in the knowledge and capacity of classroom teachers, we ensure that gifted students experience meaningful challenge and growth throughout the entire school day. We are deeply grateful to the 280 general education teachers, academic coaches, and administrators who have completed Gifted Academy since the program was created by Leah Barch in 2015. Today, 191 Murfreesboro City School educators continue to use this training as they partner with us. Together, we work to ensure that gifted students have the opportunity to learn something new each day at the appropriate level of challenge. Gifted Academy is a homegrown professional development initiative. The curriculum is created by our team, and it's aligned with the National Association of Gifted Children standards. Gifted Academy strengthens the partnership between gifted specialists and gifted specialists and general education teachers, creating a district-wide culture where intellectually gifted students are supported, understood, and seen. Gifted Academy would not be possible without the support of the Jennings and Rebecca Jones Foundation, who have funded this program since it began. We are grateful to Angela Fairchild and to Dr. Duke and to each one of you for supporting gifted students and gifted services. Do you all have any questions for me?
Several, but I'll let you keep going.
Any questions for Dr. Jackson? Okay. Thank you so much.
And as Lisa said, our gifted cohort graduation is this Saturday. We thought it'd be a great time to spotlight the work that Amy and the team are doing. And again, every year we hear such great things from our teachers about the impact it's having in the classroom. And that is because of the great instruction they're getting, but it's also because we have people like Amy who is leading this with such passion and heart that it's hard not to sit in a training with her and not feel like you can conquer the world.
This is true. This is true. I'll say I've been to a few Gifted Academy graduations, and you get to see their final projects. And one of the things that always strikes me is that so many of them say, this has made me a better teacher, not just for my gifted students, but for all my students. And I think that's just a real testament to what they're learning and getting to do.
Love it.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Jackson, Dr. Jackson. Next, recognition of Teachers of the Year. Dr. Duke.
All right. Well, again, we're going to have one more celebration tonight and one more group we're going to ask to recognize. So I'm going to ask for Jesus and Amy to actually come back up, as along with, I think Ms. Spencer is here and Ms. Hopkins are here as well. So if you want to just join it so that you're not seriously standing in front of everyone, I'd appreciate it. Ms. Hopkins, and thank you, and Ms. Spencer. So board members, I did want to take tonight, we wanted to take a moment to recognize it's the time of the year we've finished all of our Teacher of the Year celebrations. In April, we'll be having our District Teacher of the Year celebration where we honor all of our employees of the year. But tonight, we really wanted to spotlight these 4 individuals and let the board put names with faces. So these are some of our outstanding members of the Murfreesboro City Schools team who have been selected as our District Teacher of the Year, Principal of the Year, and Supervisor of the Year. These recognitions are especially meaningful because they come through a district selection process that includes input from educators and leaders who see the work happening in our schools every day. I also want to share that I have personally had the opportunity to see all of these individuals in action, and I can confidently say that every selection committee made excellent choices. First, I'd like to introduce Jesus Alvarez Lopez. He's an ESL teacher at Hobgood Elementary. He does an incredible job supporting our multilingual learners and ensuring students and families feel welcome and connected to their school community. I've had the opportunity to see the relationships he builds with students and the dedication he brings in helping them succeed both academically and personally. You just heard from Miss Amy Jackson. She is our gifted specialist at Discovery School, also a District Teacher of the Year. Amy excels in creating learning experiences that challenge students to think deeply and stretch their potential. When you see her work with students, it's clear that she has a passion for helping learners explore their curiosity and develop the confidence to tackle complex problems. So I'm just going to stop there. I'm going to give both of you a chance. Anything you'd like to say? I'm happy to turn the mic over to you for a second.
I just want to say thank you, everyone, for this opportunity to be here tonight. It is an honor to be here. It's an honor to be part of Murfreesboro City Schools as an ESL teacher at Hobgood Elementary. I truly love what I do. I appreciate this recognition. Thank you.
I just wanted to say that I love my job and I love the work that I do each day. And I feel so blessed to get to do it alongside the greatest teachers in the universe. In gifted education, a phrase we use often is a rising tide lifts all ships. And if my peers saw good teaching in me, it's only because that's reflected in their exceptional and amazing teaching. So I'm just very grateful.
I also would like to take this opportunity to recognize our Principal of the Year. Emily Spencer was selected as our Principal of the Year. Emily, of course, is from Irma Siegel Elementary. She's an outstanding instructional leader who has created a strong culture of collaboration and high expectations within her school. When you visit Irma Siegel, you can see the positive environment that she has helped cultivate for both students and staff. This recognition is also especially meaningful because Emily, of course, will be retiring at the end of the school year, and I think of no better honor that can serve as a wonderful way to celebrate the tremendous impact she has made throughout her career serving students, families, and educators here in Murfreesboro City Schools. And finally, we're honored to recognize our Supervisor of the Year, Ms. Hopkins, who is our district-wide Extended School Program Director. Cynthia oversees, of course, our before and after school program, which plays an incredibly important role for so many of our families. Her work truly helps extend the learning and support students receive during the school day, all while providing a safe and enriching environment beyond the school hours. I think both with Emily and Cynthia, they are what everyone wants in a leader. Someone who has an attitude to just get the job done, who cares about kids, and always, with both of them I know, are going to put students first. I did not tell them I was going to let them speak, so I won't make them unless y'all would like to do the podium. I didn't think so. You're good. All right. But I will say all four of these individuals will now go on to represent Murfreesboro City Schools at the regional level, and we could not ask for better ambassadors for our district. So on behalf of the entire school community, I want to thank them for representing the very best of MCS. And while we celebrate these individuals tonight, again, we look forward to recognizing all of our school-level Teachers of the Year at our annual employee celebration in April. So please join me in congratulating these 4 amazing individuals.
Excellent. Thank you all very much.
Can I make a comment?
Yes, please.
Emily Spencer,
You're being called out.
I had a son who worked with you for a long time. And every time I talked to that boy, he told me something great you had done. So I appreciate you very much. I appreciate the influence you had on him. And I'm sure the other 3 ladies would have done the same thing. But he sure did like you.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, I did leave out, Maggie Smith is our Novice Teacher of the Year, which is an award that goes to teachers in their first 3 years who have stand out already or standing out in the profession. She could not be here tonight due to a commitment, but we want to recognize her as well.
Thank you. Next on our agenda is public comment, and we do not have any public comment tonight. So we can move on to our consent agenda. Board, you've seen a copy of the items on the consent agenda. Do I have a motion to approve those?
So move.
Thank you, Mr. Campbell. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Price. All those in favor of approving the consent items, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And the consent agenda is approved. Under action items, our first action item is approval of a contract with King's Daughters School. Dr. Duke.
Yes, we are seeking tonight for the board to approve for us to enter into an agreement with King's Daughter School of Murray County. King's Daughter provides specialized educational programming and related services for students whose IEP teams determine that placement in a non-public special education setting is necessary to provide a free and appropriate public education. The agreement establishes the terms under which the district may place students at King's Daughter schools and outlines the responsibility of both parties for the implementation of the IEP services and compliance with applicable federal and state law. The agreement does not obligate the district to place any specific number of students and allows placements to occur only as determined appropriate by each student's individual IEP team. Costs associated with the agreement will vary and are dependent upon the number of city school students placed at the school and specific services required by the student's IEP. Tuition and any additional staffing, such as one-on-ones, will be billed at the rates established in the provider's tuition schedule, which is outlined in your packet. Funds will be paid for under the agreement and will be provided through our special education budget. We are recommending approval as presented, and I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you, Dr. Duke. Do we have a motion to approve this contract with King's Daughter School?
So moved, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Richardson. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Dodd. Any questions or comments?
Madam Chair, I think this is going to be an extraordinary partnership. I think extraordinary things are going to come from it. I'm very excited to see the fruits of that project.
Thank you, Mr. Richardson. Any other questions, comments?
I wanted to ask Dr. Duke, could you please explain how much money we spent last year on this? And also, could you tell me how do we establish partnerships with different organizations? Because this is not who we usually use, correct?
That is correct. So it is not who we typically use. We always want to look at where can we find schools that will meet the needs of our students best. We have several partnerships, some that are here in Rutherford County, some that are in Nashville. This is just adding to that kind of list of partners. As with all cases, we went and saw the school, looked at it. Ms. Fairchild took a team to the school, toured the school, and saw that as well. So really, it's just us kind of reaching out to local partners to see what needs we have. In this case, what needs we think we may have in the future that we want to be prepared for, and then trying to make sure we had those lined up. So if the need arises, when we think about the continuum of services we provide our SPED students, this is part of that continuum we can add. So, but specialized contracts with agencies like this is not unusual. We put it in our budget every year. Last year, we paid just under about $400,000 to various contracts across the state for the placement of students.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments? All right, let's vote. All those in favor of approving the contract with King's Daughter School, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And the contract is approved. Next on the agenda, approval of a contract, a co-op agreement for United Refrigeration. Dr. Duke.
The district is requesting approval to purchase HVAC parts, equipment, and supplies through a cooperative purchasing agreement with United Refrigeration, utilizing a bid that was competitively solicited and awarded by the Collier County Public Schools in Florida. The solicitation was publicly advertised and establishes contracts for United Refrigeration to supply HVAC materials used for maintenance and repair of our district facility. Pursuant to Tennessee Code Annotated, the district is allowed to utilize contracts awarded by other government entities for cooperative purchasing. So we are seeking approval to enter into this cooperative purchasing agreement. Future purchases will be made as needed through our existing maintenance and operation budget allocations, and I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.
All right, so we have a motion to approve the contract for this cooperative agreement for United
So
Refrigeration.
moved, Madam Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Campbell. Do we have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Long. Any comments or questions?
I think it's better than a non-cooperative agreement.
Noted.
I agree.
Any other comments or questions? All right, let's vote. All those in favor of approving this contract for United Refrigeration, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And the contract is approved.
Can't stop it.
Next on the agenda, Mr. Richardson will be glad to know, is another cooperative agreement, not a non-cooperative. Approving a cooperative agreement for Mid-South Bus Equipment. Dr. Duke.
Yes, similar to the last item, we're also seeking approval to piggyback on the Metropolitan Nashville Public Schools contract with Mid-South Bus Center for proprietary parts and repair services for school buses, again pursuant to Tennessee Code Annotated. The Metro contract provides original manufactured parts and repair services under established pricing and terms. Year to date, we have expended around $44,000 on those, and with Mid-South Bus Center for bus repairs and maintenance, we'll continue to use their services through this cooperative purchasing agreement. We are recommending approval and are happy to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you, Dr. Duke. Do we have a motion to approve this cooperative agreement for Mid-South Bus Equipment?
So moved.
Thank you, Ms. Long. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Price. Any comments or questions?
I saw, I think, somewhere a list of the buses that we look to purchase. Am I right?
That's the next item.
Okay, thank you.
Any comments or questions? All right, let's vote. All those in favor of approving the cooperative agreement for Mid-South Bus Equipment, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And the agreement is approved. Next, we have our buses. Approval of an agreement to purchase 6 school buses from Mid-South Bus Center. Dr.
Yeah,
Duke.
and I should have clarified, yes, ma'am, and I should have clarified for Mr. Campbell, that item really is specific to maintenance repair of the current existing buses that Mid-South will provide for our buses, as we have 3 mechanics, correct, Mr. Barch? We have 3 mechanics who work on all of our buses, so when they need repairs, allows us to purchase off that cooperative. This next item is actually for the purchase of new school buses. So the district did issue an intent to bid in coordination with the city of Murfreesboro to purchase 6 school buses. This includes 3 special education buses at a unit price of $170,000 and 3 Type D front engine transit buses at a unit price of $168,000. There was only one responsive bidder, which was Mid-South Bus Center. All buses are required to be delivered to MCS within 8 months of the signing of the contract tonight. The total purchase price of the buses is $1,014,000, which will be paid from the county shared bonds and from impact fee money. The board has already approved that funding as city council through our CIP. This is now the actual purchase contract for the buses.
Thank you. Do I have a motion to approve this agreement for the purchase of the 6 school buses?
So moved.
Thank you, Ms. Long. Do we have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Dodd. Any comments or questions?
So these,
Go ahead, Mr. Campbell, and then Ms. Long.
I'm just amazed at the price of buses.
Yes.
$168,000 for a bus. Wow. No wonder these people have to have good contracts to drive when they own their own buses and other systems.
That used to be the price of a house.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
used to be what?
Price of a house.
Yeah,
See.
well, that's not anymore.
All right, Ms. Long.
So are we rolling any buses off of our fleet? Is that
That is correct.
a replacement?
So both. So we actually have 2 buses that will be surplusing. One, because they're over that threshold. You'll often see in your packet the consent agendas where we do the extended mileage. Because of where we are, we can't extend so many. So we have 2 that we will actually be surplusing. They're over that 200,000 mile mark. The other ones will be used in circulation, but we'll also then have a few extras for our backup buses when buses go down as well. So some of the older ones we will move to the spare buses, what we call them, and putting students on the new buses. So once our new buses are in, we'll have 31 gen ed buses and 15 special education buses in our fleet. So we'll be sitting at 46 total buses in our fleet.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Richardson.
Yes, Madam Chair, thank you. And this, to Mr. Barcher, Dr. Duke, Can you tell, I've gotten a lot of questions about this, what the virtue is in owning our own buses as opposed to how other systems do that, and sort of the pitfalls that can exist there, and how this is ameliorated by having them?
Yeah, so I think it's just, different districts have different models which they do it. For us, this model works well because of where we are within the city and because it gives us a lot of ownership over when we have issues. Again, the bus drivers are our employees. We can quickly make changes. We can, with a district our size, we can pivot very quickly, which is helpful for a district our size. And I just can't say enough wonderful things about our transportation team. And I will say they have become even happier since they were in that new transportation building that the board agreed to. So if you haven't been to 910 lately, you need to go over there. They've always been great, but they work really, really hard, and we're just really proud of that team.
Thank you, Dr. Duke. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you.
I have a question.
Ms. Dodd and then Mr. Campbell.
Okay, how many spare buses are we going to have? Like after we get the new ones and...
I'll have to get that to you. It's just, I think we probably have 2 or 3, and then we have a couple special education buses as well. And what really happens is when you're driving, you got to think most of our routes are driving 4 routes every day, 2 in the morning, 2 schools in the morning, 2 schools in the afternoon. It's a lot of wear and tear on buses. If you've sat in Murfreesboro traffic, you know that, at that time of day as well. And so there's a pretty lengthy safety check they have to go through whenever they turn that bus on to do a route. So for us, our thing is we want to have reliable transportation for our families. And so that means that if a bus doesn't pass the inspection, and I'll go to my resident attorney / bus driver, which could be something as easy as like the door not being like an issue with the door, right, and the main door. We'd actually have to pull that bus out of service, but we can immediately put a spare bus in to run the route so families have as little disruption as possible. So it's really critical we have a few spare, but I'll get the exact number and I'll send it out to you.
I was just curious. I mean,
Yeah.
are we talking like we got 10 or 2 or
Yeah.
it's probably 2?
It's not 10.
Yeah, okay.
Mr. Campbell.
How many buses do we run a day? I'm not saying routes, I'm just saying.
Right at 40. Yeah, right at 40 buses are probably running every day.
Okay,
Okay.
And I can get you that exact number, but it's around that.
all right, that's a good estimate.
Any other questions, comments? All right, let's vote. All those in favor of approving the agreement to purchase the 6 school buses, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? And the agreement is approved. The final action item for tonight is approval of a budget amendment. Dr. Duke.
We are seeking board approval to update the budgeted amounts from projected revenues and expenditures to final revenue allocations and expenditures. All of these budget amendments fall within our FY26 consolidated funding application, which is our federal funding, and it's found in Title I, Title II, Title III, and our consolidated admin. The total amount of the budget amendment is $3,775. All of this recognizes new revenue that we've received. And again, as the board's aware, when we do our budget in April, especially with our federal budget, we do it off projections. And then as the federal government works with our state government, they kind of shore that up throughout the year based on our numbers. And there's always some changes throughout the year. So this represents our final allocation change. For Title I, it's an additional $1,405. In Title II, it's an additional $81. In Title III, an additional $779, and in our consolidated admin, an additional $1,510. So we are recommending approval as presented to recognize these new funds with the corresponding budget amendment.
So moved, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Richardson. Do we have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Price. Any comments or questions? All those in favor of approving the budget amendment, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And it is approved. Reports and information. You have in front of you a board self-assessment packet. And so this is something that we have to do, just so everyone's aware, as a board, for the TSBA, Tennessee School Boards Association. We complete this self-evaluation through them. It's accordance with the board policy that we have. It's Board Policy 1.103. This evaluation is one of the requirements that we all have to do to be able to meet and keep our Board of Distinction status. So everyone, if you would, please fill out this evaluation, and then we'll return it at our next board meeting, which will be on March 24th.
Or earlier.
Or earlier. That's just the convenient time to turn it in. But yes, if you finish it beforehand, you're of course welcome to turn it in early. All right, next on our agenda, any questions about that? I think we've all done it more than once before, so we know what's coming. All right, director's update. Dr. Duke.
All right, I have a few updates tonight, but before I get into those, I'm going to ask to have a couple of our special guests to come that I've invited to present tonight. I'd like to invite Dr. Elaine Alexander and Marzie Woodward to the podium. They're with the Colonel Hardy Murphy chapter of the National Society for the Daughters of the American Revolution. And as we celebrate the 250th anniversary of our country, I'm pleased to introduce you and let you do your presentation.
Thank you very much. We are from the Colonel Hardy Murphy Daughters of the American Revolution chapter, and we are excited about the 250th anniversary of the United States. So we had the idea of highlighting 4 of our Rutherford County patriots to provide poster form into all our county and city schools. So we're highlighting, of course, General Griffith Rutherford, Captain William Lytle, who donated the land that where Murfreesboro is, Colonel Hardy Murphy, after whom Murfreesboro is named, and Peter Jennings, who was a private, he was a free black man who was from Connecticut, was with the Rhode Island Regiment, then settled in Murfreesboro and owned a bakery on the corner of Church and Vine Street. And he was with Washington as he crossed the Delaware in December of 1776, actually Christmas Day. So we were excited to highlight these. This is from a grant provided by the Tennessee Commission for the United States Semi-Quincentennial and the state of Tennessee. And we would like to offer this to Dr. Duke for his central office on Church Street, and then we have copies for each of your schools.
That's excellent. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
This is great.
I really appreciate that.
Thank you so much.
All right, Dr. Duke, do you have more for your update?
Yes, just a few more. Thank you so much for that presentation.
Thank you.
We're excited to celebrate and make sure those are hanging in our buildings. Just a couple things I wanted to point out. First of all, a huge thank you. Lisa mentioned Reading in the Schools Day. I sent the board an email. Mayor McFarland reached out to me last Friday and said he would like to take advantage of Reading in the Schools Day and try and get to every school to read in all of our schools on that day. And I told him it was a high task, but if he wanted to do it, I'd be glad to join the ride. And so we did. I want to say thank you to Mayor McFarland, Captain Fanning with MPD, who escorted us to make sure we got safely from building to building, and Steve from City TV, who helped kind of document it. It was a great day of just being in every school with the mayor. It really shows the City Council's commitment to our schools. So I just wanted to publicly say thank you for that, and for that huge investment of time from someone who has a very full plate. So I want to say that. March 20th, just to remind the board, is Parent-Teacher Conference Day. We do have school. The county schools are out on Thursday. We are in school on Thursday. We are in school. But next Friday, the 20th, is Parent-Teacher Conference Day, so students will not be in school that day. Teachers will be there meeting with parents and families all day. And then finally, my update, we'll talk more about this with the budget meetings, which are coming up in just a few weeks, but we did do an amendment tonight around the federal budget, kind of recognizing some new monies. I want to say, with what's going on in the federal government, they have approved the portion of the federal government that is our funding for next year. So we do know that, and we've had a lot of conversation about the status of federal funding. We do know we're actually going to see some small increases to both Title I and IDEA, which is great. Title II, Title III, Title IV are all level funded for next year. And I know there was a lot of concern that some of those proposals actually took that funding away. So we're excited that level funding is a win for us. Yeah. So we are looking, going into next year, including school nutrition, we get roughly about $12 million in federal funds. And so that's a big part of what we do. And so we are glad to go into the budget season. I wanted the board to know that that has been passed by the House and the Senate, that portion of the budget. And we feel good about going into the budget with that next year.
That's great.
Thank you for that update. Does anyone have any other business to come before the board? All right. If nothing else, then I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Campbell. Thank you, Mr. Richardson. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And the board is going to adjourn to executive session. Thank you for being here.